What is up, guys? We are back. Let me just go over the update of the hamstring injury. I will just skip hamstring training for 1 week and then I will be able to train it again. So yeah, the tear is nothing serious. I will be back to 100% in 1 or 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I will skip quads for the next few days and then I will try to do some quads. I mean, my physio gave me a green light, but I don't want to push, I don't want to rush it. So yeah, okay, let's get started with this back session. Today back only, tomorrow will be arms. So yeah, today only back, no biceps. And yeah, first things first, lat pull downs, like always. 3 sets here, first 2 sets will be like heavier sets, 6 to 10 reps, and then last set I drop the weight and increase the number of reps that I'm doing, let's say 10 to 15 reps, somewhere in that range. That's what I always like to do. That's why I always say, last set of the first exercise, I always like to go high reps to get maximum pump. So later on, when I move on to other exercises, it's just easier to connect with the muscle. The mind-muscle connection is better. The muscle is already filled with blood. So yeah, it just makes my training better and easier, you could say. Okay, lat pull downs. Let's start with this one. One thing I want to tell you guys what you should not do, and I will show you quickly. When you grab onto a pull-up bar or to a bar and they say, pull your shoulders back. When you complete the rep and when you go into that negative part of the rep, don't let your shoulders come out of the, how could you say, socket. When you put them down, don't let them go up because you will lose the tension from the lat. And then when you start to pull again, most of the tension will be on your arms. I will just show you quickly. This is what I'm talking about. So you don't start here, you pull your shoulders back. You pull down, and then you go up, up, up. And from here, you start pulling down again. Boom. You don't go all over like this, because from here, you will start working your arms. So shoulders back, and this is your end range of motion. From here, boom, to here. Don't do this. So yeah, that will help you with that lat pump and lat training. So let's get into this one. Okay, so on that last set, I overestimated my strength and I got only 8 reps, but I just lowered the weight and did 7 more with lower weight. So in the end, 15 reps, no problem. Now we can move on to something else. Okay guys, next up, close grip row for the lats and the mid back, you could say. I'm gonna do 2 sets here. First set, heavy, 8 to 12, 6 to 10, somewhere in that range. And then second set, I will throw in a rest pause set. Some type of intensifier, to make training challenging and fun again. Okay, when you're doing this one, guys, if you want to target your lats when you're pulling, just think about that. Think about imagine there's a straight line right here. Oh, wait, so the straight line is right here. When you pull with your elbows close to your body, so that straight line is right underneath your elbow. So when you're pulling, don't think about just pulling back. Think about pulling down with your elbow, so you touch that imaginary line, and then you're grinding through that line, and you will feel an insane lat pump. So yeah, that's my tip for you guys. Don't just think about pulling straight back. Think about pulling down with your elbow. So down, touch that line, and then grind with your elbow on that line, and I bet you'll get an amazing pump. Okay, and like I always say, remember, you're using these handles so you can pull yourself through this pad right here. So never Never, always be in touch. Always touch this pad when you're doing this movement. Don't let your chest come off the pad. That's what I'm trying to say. So you're using these handles, and you're thinking about pulling yourself through this pad, like you want to launch yourself forward. And of course, what I talked about, the elbows. You get it, bro? I know you do. Come on, let's get big now. Okay. Woo. Okay, 2.5 minutes rest. Now I'm ready for my second set, which will be a rest pause set. So first set, I got like 10 clean reps and then like 2 partials. So I'm just gonna lower the weight by 2 pins, and I will fail. I will try to fail, on that somewhere in between like 10 and 12 reps on my first part of the rest pause set. Then I rest 15 seconds, go again, then again rest 15 seconds, go again. So like that will be what, like a double rest pause set? Yeah, double. So that's it for the last set on this one, and then we move on to something else. Now rest and go again. Okay. Okay. Okay, time for some seated rows. Usually now I would go and do some barbell rows, but because I had that hamstring injury, tweak, whatever, yeah, I'm not gonna do that because I enter the danger zone if I go into a bent over position, and I put some stress on my lower back and hamstrings, because they need to keep me in place. So I'm just gonna avoid that today, and I decided to do this seated row because that will also tax my erectors a little bit, and I want to target my erectors because I usually do that with barbell rows, but yeah, this is a replacement for today. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 sets here, 8 to 12 reps. Or no, yeah, I will do first set will be like 8 to 12, second set will be a higher rep set, let's say 10 to 15 reps. Okay. Whew. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm done with this one. One thing I forgot to mention, I kept my elbows flared out a little bit because I want to put some tension on the mid and upper back, not the lats so much. Because on that previous exercise, I kept my elbows close to the side. I used a close grip to row, and that hit my lats. But with this wider grip and elbows flared out, that will hit my mid and upper back more. Okay. One thing also I want to say, guys, if you're doing this exercise and you're using like a V-bar like this and you want to target your lats, think about the same cue that I gave you on that previous exercise. Like you're trying to touch an imaginary line with your elbow, so you're pulling down and then scraping that line with your elbow. Don't think about just pulling through. Pull down with your elbow, scrape the ground, and you will feel an insane lat pump. You get it, bro? Let's move on. Now we switch back to some lats on a pullover machine. Here I like to do higher reps, 10 to 15, and I don't go. I will do 3 sets, but on first 2 sets I won't go until all-out failure, with partials and everything. I will try to save up my energy, Those first 2 sets will be like a pump sets. I mean, I will still go as hard as I can, but when my reps really start slowing down and I can't reach the bottom part of the rep, I will just stop. And then last set, I will include some partials and everything. Okay. Whew. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, same thing here, guys. We're training the lats. Think about like you're trying to just imagine a line that goes in circle motion, and just think about like you're trying to scrape that line with your elbow. Same thing like I was trying to explain you on those previous exercises. Just think about that. It's all about where your elbows go. It's all about that when you're training back. So watch out for that. Okay. Okay. That's it for the pullovers. What else could I do? I think some one arm stuff. I didn't do any one arm movements today, so I think I'm gonna do like a one arm cable pull down. Yeah, that's what's next. Like I said, one arm pull down. I'm trying to target the lats, lower lats here. That's what I feel the most when I do this exercise. Just before you start to pull, try to line up your arm with the cable. Set yourself in a position and think about putting your elbow into your pocket. If you can't feel your lat, think about that cue that I just gave you. Don't think about just pulling straight down. Think about like you're trying to scrape the floor with your elbow. That's only have that cue in your head if you can't feel your muscle, if you can't feel that lower lat burning. If you can feel it just by pulling down, putting elbow into your pocket, you're good, you're golden. If you can't feel it, try lowering the weight and think about that motion, scraping the ground floor with your elbow, and I think that will really help you guys. I can't stress this enough. Okay, 2 sets here, 8 to 12 reps, and yeah, I think that will be it for the back. Maybe one more movement, and that's it. Okay. Okay. Whew, nice. We're done with this one. I think one more for the back, and that's it. What will that be? 6 movements? Yeah. Last movement of the day, assisted pull-ups. I'm doing these because yesterday I was watching Hari Chupan, who is Mr. Olympia, previous year's Mr. Olympia, and he was training back and he did pull-ups as his last movement, bodyweight pull-ups. I tried doing bodyweight pull-ups right now and I can't do even one. So yeah, I'm gonna do assisted pull-ups, 3 sets here, just light squeezing sets, finish off the back with a nice pump, and that's it. That's what I always like to do. My last movement for the back, I like to do some light squeezing stuff to, feel the back and, just to, I don't know, I like it. I get that nice squeeze and contraction. I feel my back even more with all that blood in, and yeah, it just feels nice. That's why I do it. Okay, 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps, and that's it. Back session done. Now I'm just gonna stretch the back a little bit, and that's it. Stretching under load. I'm not using any extra weight. I'm only using my body weight, and yeah, that's enough for start because I didn't stretch my back before. So yeah, this body weight is that extra load that I need for the stretch. Okay, I just hang on a pull-up bar. I rotate to one side, stretch one lat, rotate to the other side, stretch the other lat, and that's it. Hold the stretches for 30 to 60 seconds each, and that's it, man. Back session is done. Hopefully, it will grow and be like Dorian Yates back. That's the best back, in my opinion. This is how I stretch my lats. Let's say I want to stretch my left lat. I rotate to my left side, and then I feel all the tension right up here. So I rotate to the left, I feel the stretch, I hold that, and we are done. Okay, that's it. Nice. Boom. That is it, guys. Another training session done. Another step closer to our gym physique. What was that? 5 to 6 movements for the back today, and 15 to 16 sets. That's how I like to train. It's not high volume like 20 to 30 sets per training session, and it's not like low volume like 6 to 10. I like to train somewhere in the middle. That's what works for me. That's how I like to train, and yeah, so I will continue training like that. Oh, that's what I was thinking about. Sometimes people ask me what's the best training split, what's your training split, what are your training principles, how do you like to train? And I said, it doesn't matter what I do, what I like. We are all different. We all have different weaknesses and strengths. So we all need different splits, you could say. And when it comes to training principles, how you like to train, higher volume, lower volume, in the end, guys, that also doesn't matter what I do. It matters what you like. Honestly, I can't go in the gym, do 5 sets for legs, all out high intensity. That's not me. That's not how I like to train. I like to spend a little bit more time in the gym. I like to, to train a little bit more higher volume, you could say. And yeah, you need to find out what works for you and stick to that. If you like to, train high intensity like Dorian Yates, go to the gym, 45 seconds, 50 minutes, you're done with a training session. Okay, great, man. If you like training like Jay Cutler, 20 to 30 sets per body part, okay, go for it, man. Do it, It's proven that everything works. You had Dorian Yates, who popularized that high intensity training. He was Mr. Olympia. You had Jay Cutler, who trained higher volume, who was Mr. Olympia. every single training style works. You just need to find out what you like, what you enjoy, and honestly, that's the best split for you. That's the best training principle for you. Okay, that is it. That's what I want to get off my mind today. And yeah, I will see you all guys tomorrow for some arm training. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all the likes, subs, views, everything, comments. I'm out, guys. Peace.